fishing in really high profile events like the Angling Trust Masters, which you might know as the ACA Masters, it takes place here at Mallory Park Fisheries in Leicestershire. You've got to be right at the top of your game because you're fishing against some of the very top match anglers in the country. And when England international Des Shipp drew here on the big lake, he didn't just win the lake, he battered the lake. And that's what this episode of Match Winning Pegs is all about. But let me let you in on a little secret. It might have ended all smiles for Des, but it didn't quite start out that way, did it, Des?
Not really, Gareth, no.
I heard that when you drew here and arrived here, you were moaning like hell.
Yeah, it's a normal day for me, to be honest. I got a little bit of a moan, yeah. But no, what it was really, I was walking down the lake here in this section, and I did notice that everybody had a peg either side of them. I've got to my peg, and I found that peg 20 was in, and I'm on 19. And I've also got Andy Findlay to me right on 18. So I was a bit like, oh, what's going on here? So I had a little bit of a moan, but I got over it. And
just tell me what you weighed in the end?
I had 135 pounds.
And what was second in the match?
On this lake was 56 pounds.
So it wasn't a bad draw then, really?
It was all right, as the day turned out. It was pretty good. Back at the draw, when I draw my peg, I'm obviously trying to find out as much information as I can because I haven't been on this lake before. And talking about some baits, the banter was you need lots of sweet corn. So I've got myself, I opened sort of 3 or 4 tins of sweet corn, got to the peg. I had several of these tins of hempen corn as well. So I opened one of these up, got onto the pellets, which basically I was only going to fish pellets short. That was my approach, was fish hempen corn long and pellets short. Maybe chuck some corn on the pellet line as well, but mainly pellets. I got myself a bag of 6mm feed pellets, just like that. And all I've done with them is basically put them in, just got some water out of the lake, fill them up, put the water over top of the pellets and drain them straight off. So it actually just puts a slight sort of dampness to them.
Just a little bit softer, and they all go down.
And they also sink, that's right, some of them do float if you're not careful. And I've also done the same pellets, and I've done some 4mm.
And why were you feeding 2 different sizes of feed pellets?
My approach to pellets is 4mm seems to get a response really quick from fish. And like hopefully what you'll see if I do start catching some fish is when I hook a fish, I actually feed 6mm. If I start getting lots of problems with liners, I tend to go to more 6mm than 4mm. 6mm go down faster, and also they pick out the bigger fish.
Yep, yeah. And you got sort of, you got 2 or 3 different sizes of expander.
I have, yeah. I've got me 6mm ton-up ones, so those there. Really, really easy to pump. I mean, you literally pump them in water, leave them for 10 minutes, and you can drain the water off, keep them like that, and everyone sinks. Really easy. They've got a nice texture to them, like you can see from there, quite rubbery.
Yeah.
They're brilliant.
Yeah, so stay on quite well, so you can miss a bite, basically.
You can miss a bite, yeah, you can just lift. And on the day, that was the actual game, was to not miss many bites because you were catching lots and lots of stocky carp. And also I've just done the same thing with the feeds really. I've just got some 4mm expanders done there, which I've done. And then I've got some, if you're really, which I've had loads of success with these, with some soft hookers.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised to see you using those as a match angler really. They're really quite tough compared to the ones you do yourself, aren't they?
Yeah, but I have had lots of success with the soft hookers, the 6mm and the 4mm. They're just very, very good. They stay on the hook, especially when the fish don't want a hard pellet. If they want a soft pellet, it's just sort of matching it on the day to how the fish, what you can get away with. Sometimes you've got to fish a really soft pellet. Other days you can fish like a soft hooker, which is like a jelly pellet, if you like. And if you can get away with these,
yeah, I mean, exactly, you can miss a lot of bites with those, can't you?
More and more bites, and you never come back without a fish.
So very much a pellet approach on the day.
Yeah, it was really. Obviously, I mean, I've never fished, like I said earlier, I've never fished this lake before, so it was all buzzing through my head what to do, and was I going to make the right decision? And as it happens, it was the right thing to do. So,
okay, well, let's have a good look at your rigs for the day. Did you have all this noise going on the day?
Not as bad as this, Gareth. There was a few motor cars going around the circuit, but yeah, there's a lot of building work going on with cranes and stuff here today. So no, not as bad as this. Thank God. Right, and the first rig I set up was a Inter 2 0.6. And bearing in mind, you've probably only got 4 foot there.
Yeah.
Because of the size of fish, I thought it was going to be, literally drop your rig in, get it down fast, and catch another fish. So it's a 0.6, which is probably quite a heavy rig for
that depth, and nothing complicated with the shot.
Nothing complicated.
Yeah.
I've got 013 straight through, 013 power line, a size 16 PR32 hook, 2 number 9 droppers, and they're not very far apart. It's quite, you know, very positive rig. 2 number 9s 4 inches apart, and about 5 inches above the last dropper, I've got a bulk of number 8s.
And do you use the PR32 for all your pellet fishing?
Yes, it's a nice. It's not an overly heavy hook, but it just seems right for pellet fishing for me. I use it a lot for F1s and carp up to maybe sort of 4 or 5 pound.
Yeah, it's got a nice wideish gape,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Elastic wise, it's 13 hollow. As you can see from there as well, I've got quite a short line. It's probably only, what, 6 inches from the actual float to the elastic. And on the day, I actually did fish it even closer.
Right, so it wasn't windy on the day, no?
It was windy,
Was
but it was a case of actually, the whole point of catching lots and lots of small carp in F1s is not missing bites. You want to come back with a fish. And the shorter line possible. You know, a lot of fishery rules, you can only fish 6 to 8 inches, but obviously on this lake you're allowed to fish as short as you want. So actually on the day I did fish like maybe 3 inches, half of that.
And you blackened off the tip because it's open
Yeah,
water,
it's just silvery water, which you know, it just shows up really, really well.
Do you ever put, you know, some of the angles I fish with put a bit of silicone at the base of the bristle
I
to protect
don't.
the eye?
No, I don't. All I do with that, I just use a varnish. I just varnish all my floats and make sure it's, you know, as tough as it can possibly be. Just make sure I put a little bit of effort into the floats before I make them up.
Okay, next rig.
So that one was at top 4. I also fished, it's quite nice this lake because from top 4 to 13 metres, you've probably only got 3 or 4 inches difference. So it was quite an easy lake to fish really. My second rig was a PB13 because my whole idea was I was going to be fishing meat and corn long. I love these floats for that. They've been about a long, long time. I've fished them a lot with corn and meat. Take some beating because they've got a nice thick bristle.
Is that hollow, that bristle?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's hollow bristle. It's really good, tough float. And fishing long with that nice thick bristle, you can have it dotted right down and see every little movement. Same elastic, 13 hollow. That is 015 power line straight through. So a size 16 PR28. Little bit different shotting really. You know, just two number 9 droppers and a bulk of number 8s again.
It's very positive though, isn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit more spread out from me meat and corn fishing because a lot of the fish on the meat and corn will have it as you sort of lift and drops, you want it fluttering down a bit.
But you're not missing about tiny droppers or anything?
No,
just nice
no,
positive,
number 9s, I'll never do, Gareth. I used to, and I've changed my ways over the years. I've sort of felt as if, you know, you want to see the bites, and I used to fish little 13s, and them days for me have gone. So that was me rig for fishing out long, basically, on the day. And my edge rig was same elastic again, 015 straight through, PR28 16, just a simple bulk. As you can see from there, it's quite deep down the edge on this lake. It's probably 3 foot.
Yeah, you must have fancied catching when you plumbed that, haven't you?
Yeah, to be honest, I thought it was too deep.
Did you?
Yeah, I think you get problems with foul looking, especially if they're big. When I go down the edge, I do like to sort of get into 18 inches if I can. I felt on the day that it was going to be too deep.
And you had an angler here as well, did you?
I had an angler there, and I had an angler the other side, and as it happens, I did go down there and catch a couple of little tiny fish, but it wasn't right on the day. Nothing was caught down the edge. Like I said, 015, size 16 hook, simple 4 number 9 bulk, and a Durafloat 10. Fantastic little float. The same hollow bristle, really, really tough.
Okay then, well, let's get down to business and see how you fed the peg, Des.
Yeah, no problem.